Good evening, guys. How is everybody doing? Tuesday evening it is. Welcome to Cambridge Veritas. My name is Krishna Triya, and I am your IELTS expert and a teacher trainer here at Cambridge Veritas. Sending so much positivity. If you are a teacher or a student, welcome to our growing community. We make these wonderful lessons for you, those teachers who are watching, and students who can also sort of take away the learnings from here. And all I want to say is just welcome. So, in the gone by past, we've been doing a lot of voice and accent training. But starting today, as I made the announcement yesterday, we're starting with something very important, and that is IELTS Train the Trainer sessions once again. So, in case you're a teacher watching, this session is particularly meant for you. Understanding how different activities on the IELTS course works, and most importantly, getting the opportunity to use those activities. What we discuss here is the foundational knowledge. If you want to be a part of IELTS Train the Trainer Masterclass for trainers, the link of this is in the description below. Please feel free to join. We have a WhatsApp channel, and I was told by the IT team yesterday that the QR code that I had shared wasn't working, and my sincere apologies for that. So the link of the QR code, not the QR code, the link of the WhatsApp channel is in the chat box. So a big hi. Once again, feel free to access it. We're going to be sharing activities, PDFs, short videos, long form videos, etc. on the channel to just keep you abreast and posted with new content that keeps on coming on in. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. If you're new to our community, make sure to subscribe to the channel to get daily updates of the wonderful lessons that we keep on coming with. So what is the session today? The session today is related to IELTS reading. I hope you're able to see, yeah? IELTS reading. We're basically going to be talking about Band 8 plus strategies in 15 minutes. We'll try 15 minutes, but we don't rush. You know it. So the agenda is lots of value, most importantly. Today, we're particularly talking about matching information types of questions. Do you know there are 4 strategies that we use in matching questions? And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. So today, we will look at 6 must-know exam information, especially for matching information. In this lesson, live lecture, we will also get to know what is text fragments. We'll discuss a little bit on that. We'll also get to know what is Band 9 exam tips. I'm going to be sharing 4 of those tips in this live lecture. And real-time exam practice, we always have it. We will have it in this lesson as well. And most importantly, reading strategies that help you match information better. So that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. Okay? But before we get started, once again, the extra practice PDF that we're going to share is going to be available on the WhatsApp channel. The link is in the live chat for your kind perusal. So let's get started. What are we going to discuss? The first activity that we have for the day is what are the 6 most important must-know exam information for matching heading IELTS reading tips? Allow me to shed some light on it. So we're going to be looking at 6 of them one by one. Okay? Throughout the lecture, throughout the live lesson, I'm just going to be talking for a little while here for the next 1 minute. After this, we have a lot of activities coming up that I showed you before. So in this type of task, as you can see, we need to first of all match specific information. Match the information that is available in the question to the information in the text. We all know it. Okay. And what kind of information is it, by the way? This information can be in the form of a reason, a description, an explanation, sometimes a single word, etc., etc. And what do we have to match it with, by the way? We match it with to the section of the text where this information can be found. And these types of questions can be really tricky, but we're going to make it really easy peasy for you today. Okay? The next bit is always the text is divided in parts, subparts. There are sections that are labeled as A, B, C, and that makes it really easy for us to match the information. So one thing's straight, and that is we're not going to have the entire passage as one paragraph. It's divided in sections for us. Keep this information parked in your head because we will come back to it very shortly. A lot of people do not know this. Point number 5. Have a look. And that is, your answer to the question is the letter of the relevant section. You do not have to write a word or a phrase. It is simply because you do know that your answer may be correct, but you need to read the instructions properly. Sometimes you have to write answers in the form of numbers or in the form of sections. You do not use words or phrases in the answers for these types of questions. And the last bit, there's a lot of debate related to point number 6, and I want to show this to you right now. The questions, listen carefully, the questions on the IELTS reading do not follow the order of the information in the text. So the way questions are written, it is not necessary they're following the order of the text as well. So the questions can be mixed. This is something you as a trainer need to tell your students, and you as a student need to be aware of. If you've understood the introductory information, show me a big thumbs up. Hi Abhilasha, Gyani Shinobi. Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to play game number 1, and a very important game. This game is called text fragments. What is the meaning of the word fragment? Can you tell me in the comment section below, in the live chat? What is the meaning of the word fragment? It's got a very simple meaning. It means a section. So sections of the text is called text fragments. And that's exactly what the first activity is about. What will we do in this activity? It's going to be very interactive and very interesting. You will see the text fragment on the left-hand side of the screen. And actually, those are going to be 1 to 4. First of all, we will take some time to understand what they are about. The most important tip here is that you have to focus on the themes that are mentioned in the text fragment and then match it with 3 options that I'm going to show. So let's first get started. I'm going to show you text fragment number 1. If you want to pause the live lesson, pause the lesson, totally all right, and you can read it at your own pace, but I'm going to read it for you as well. So this is text fragment number 1. It says, everybody knows the positive influence of good school in the neighborhood can have on property prices. So, what do you do when you don't have one? So what is one common theme that this fragment is talking about? I feel the common theme that this particular fragment, ladies and gentlemen, is talking about is good schools, okay, and then property prices in the neighborhood, correct? What do you think is the right answer? I'm going to show you 3 options. Put your answers in the chat box, live chat. A, is it related to the importance of good schools? B, rising property prices? Or C, the price of education? Take a moment, write your answers in the live chat. Hi Cartoon TV, Chandra, Shiva, hi guys. Put your answers in the chat box. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for your answers. Thank you, Gitika. Number one. So, Gitika, you're making that mistake. It is fragment one. You have to write the answer in the form of A, B, C. Oh, thank you. Gitika, Shinobi, Cartoon TV, Sunny, Jayanti, Sheikh, Abhilasha. Wonderful. Thumbs up. Do you know what's the correct answer? I feel like showing this to you guys. Very, very good. If you guys are ready, here we go. You're right. The answer is A. Excellent. I want to clap for you guys. Superb. By the way, it's not that easy. What helped you understand the answer? Did the theme help you recognize it? So, why is this the answer? Please let me know in the comment section. When you read the importance of good schools, I'm going to look at the question on my screen. Focus on the text fragment, which is on the left hand side. It is actually talking about good schools positively influence the property value. So, in a way, it is talking about the importance of good schools only, isn't it? And that's why the answer is the importance of good schools. Now, I have to apologize in advance because the text that you're going to see is slightly shorter in size, but I hope that the video is able to sort of focus on it. Here we go. Bingo, very good. Let's look at fragment number 2. You can sort of zoom in the video in case you're watching it on your phone. Thank you. I'm going to read it for you now. Here we go. A group of residents in Bolnor, near Haywards Heath, West Sussex, decided to build a school themselves. They successfully bid to start an eco school in local woodlands. The parent-led group has just appointed a head teacher. The primary school, with space for 210 pupils, will open in September. Okay, if you want to pause it, feel free to pause it. The options are in front of us. Is it applying for jobs in primary school? Is it the power of parents? Or is it environmentally friendly building? What is this text fragment about? Put your answers in the live chat. Hi, Harneet. Gitika says, because the paragraph talks about the importance of schools. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Sunny, Jayanti, Gitika. What about other people? No problem. The correct answer is the power of parents. Wonderful. I can see many of you typing B as well. Oh, many of you typing C. All right, sorry. So, environmentally friendly school, focus here. Environmentally friendly school is the result of somebody. And who's that somebody? That somebody is parent-led groups. So the answer is parent-led group took the initiative, and after that environmentally friendly building was made. If they hadn't taken the initiative, this wouldn't have happened. So what is the logic behind it? The logic is the main theme is parent-led group, and that led to environmentally friendly school or building. Yeah, because that's the cause. Effect is not, result is not that important. The journey is more important. So who led that journey? The journey was led by parent-led group. That's the reason. In case you understand this, show me a big thumbs up. It's okay, we are not looking to have perfect answers, but we wish to understand what is text fragment and how does it work. Hi, Nabi Janov. Hello. All right, now I'm going to show you text fragment number 3. Here we go. Let's read it together. I hope you're able to see it. I think I made very short texts today. Here we go. The group is just one of a growing number across the country, people banding together to bonding together, I'm afraid, my apologies, bonding together to improve their way of life, from saving a village shop or pub to starting a shared agriculture scheme where everyone helps out and gets fresh vegetables weekly. The options are you able to see? No, I'm going to put my laptop here. So the options are the importance of healthy eating, the disappearance of traditional village life, or the trends of taking action. What is the answer? And why? If you can tell me why as well, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. So the correct answer is thank you, Sunny. Not seeing clearly. Sorry, Guru. I'm just going to try from next lesson that you're able to see it properly. Let me try sort of increasing the size here. Wait. Oops, not possible. Sorry, Guru, it's not coming. My apologies. Um, all right, let's try managing. You can try sort of zooming your screen in. The correct answer is the correct answer is the trend of taking action. Why is that the answer, by the way? Can anybody tell? Good job. Many people are saying C is the answer. Why is C the answer here? If you see this particular segment, ladies and gentlemen, hello, bello, this particular segment here, by the way, it is in fact banding together, not bonding together. What is the meaning of banding together? Does anybody know in the chat box? Banding together means like a band-aid, people, forces joining together for a common cause. That's banding together. So it's talking about growing number of people, most importantly, and banding together, which in a way sort of relates to, and it is the cause as well. It is the beginning of something happening. And therefore, it is talking about the trends of taking action, which is sort of talking about the growing number of people that are taking action in it. So, this is an introduction into how matching information types of questions work on the IELTS reading. But there are so many strategies that we follow. Number one strategy that we spoke about today, if you noticed, was understand what is the cause theme. When you look at and when you're able to comprehend the cause theme within the text fragment, you're able to understand and relate it to the answer as well. Because, like fragment number 2, everything will look like a correct answer. But focus on the cause theme. What is the meaning of cause theme? Something that is mentioned in the beginning and is the primary, basically, introduction to the paragraph rather than the result of it. So that's how the questions will confuse us. If you've understood this, show me a big thumbs up. Thank you, Shinobi. Shinobi says they have said about growing, which is a trend, joining one another for same cause. Perfect, wonderful. So this was activity number 1. I repeat, this was activity number 1. If you found it difficult, don't worry, it was meant to be difficult. Throughout the live lesson today, we will discuss 4 strategies, some exam tips, and more practice so that you feel more confident and you feel just better at attempting these questions because we will have more activities like this. All right, shall we start? I want to now show you an exam tip. Let's have a look at the exam tip. May I please request all of us to watch carefully. What happens in this type of task? In this type of exam task, you do not have to say what a whole paragraph is about. Remember, I told you, it's not about what is happening entirely. the result, and the itsy bitsy things. You have to find specific information in a paragraph. And particularly, what kind of information? The primary theme that is being discussed. That is the cause of everything rather than the result of everything. All right. And we will use this tip in the next game that we are going to play. The next game is real-time exam practice. All right. Have some water. This is going to be very interesting. And by the way, if you have questions coming up throughout the lesson, feel free to put those questions down in the live chat. I'd be happy to answer. So what is this game? Match the information underlined in the sentences 1 to 6 with the type of specific information. Now, with this particular type of question, I'm going to show you sentence fragments or the text fragment, and I have underlined specific information. You have to tell me one by one, is that piece of information a reason or an explanation or an example? Is it a comparison? Is it a summary? Or does it look like a description of something? Number one, I will do myself to give you an example. The rest of it you guys have to do with me. Keep putting your answers down in the chat box. And for all the teachers and the students watching, it doesn't matter if our answers are right or wrong. What matters is participation. So if you're watching us in your living room, bedroom, whatever, in the middle of the road, sit somewhere, participate with us. You don't have to be a viewer. You have to be, what do you have to be? A participant. So make sure that we band together, okay? Let me show you number one. Sentence number one is, it came with the answer, London's East End community has changed. You don't have to focus there. You have to focus on the underlined part. The old family structure in which mums had a lot of influence and sons followed dads down the docks is officially dead. So you have to focus on in which mums had a lot of influence and sons followed dads down the docks. If you see, this particular part is an explanation of what was said before. Community has changed. How it has changed? Read the underlined part. So it is neither an example, it is more like a supporting sentence. It is more like an explanation. It would be very easy to confuse it with an example, but I will show you how a real example looks like. Okay? So this was the answer. The next one you guys have to do yourself. Are you ready? Show me a big thumbs up if you guys are ready. Here we go. Many of those interviewed come across as model citizens. Their children are better disciplined. I think it should be easy. They are starting to achieve good grades, and in sharp contrast to the first generation, they see this place as home. Focus on the underlined sentence. What is this underlined sentence from A to F? Put your answers in the chat box, please. D, B, F. Okay. I am so sorry to say. Thank you. Waiting for the answers of other people. It's neither of those. So sorry. It's not D, B, F. What else do you think it is? Thank you, Sunny, Chandra, Shinobi, Gyani, Fazla, Cartoon TV. Perfect. The correct answer to this question is, have a look. It is C. It is an example. Now you must be shocked why it is an example. Look at the question one more time. Their children are better disciplined. If you look at this part of the sentence, it is an example of a specific instance. I repeat, it is an example of a specific instance. Ladies and gentlemen, and this specific instance is actually telling us, is demonstrating uh, about the interviewed citizens that are the model citizens. Interviewed citizens that are also the model citizens. Some people may think very clearly that it is a comparison that is happening because of the word better. It can be a little bit confusing, but the right answer to this question is C. It is an example because it's talking about a specific instance. We will also look at how a comparison happens and how an example happens. So hold your water. The other sentences are coming. All right? Perfect. Thank you. Now let's move on. Let's look at sentence fragment number 3. The authors draw some important conclusions from all this. Their main recommendation is a fresh approach to the culture of entitlement. So, what is it? Is it a reason? Is it comparison? So, these two are gone. Just to make it easy for you, these two are gone. Is it a reason, comparison, summary, or description? And if possible, try to give your reason also, your explanation. Why do you think that is the answer? What do you think? The correct answer is, ladies and gentlemen, have a look. It is E. Thank you, Fazila. Wonderful, everyone. Sunny, Fazila. Thank you, Gitika, Chandra. Lovely. The correct answer is E. Can anybody tell me why it is the correct answer, though? Shinobi, that's a good answer as well. Not sure is a very good answer, too. So the answer, the correct answer is summary. It is summary because this particular sentence is condensing all the main points of the author. I repeat, it is trying to condense all the main points that was said by the author, and therefore it is the summary in the sentence. All right. Now let's move on to sentence fragment number 4. Here we go. Please have a look. I'm just going to give you a little space and I hope that you're able to see it. The study found that among white families running their own businesses, bear with me, white families running their own businesses, a strong sense of community endures. Working together encourages mutual support. So, what is it? I hope you're able to see yes. And why, if you can tell why also. 3 are gone, 3 are left. Working together encourages mutual support. Is it a reason, comparison, or description? Thank you. D, A. What about other people? What about other people? What do you think? Can you tell the reason why? Connection issue once again, is it? Are you able to see it? I think you should be able to see it. If you're able to hear me, can you just show me a big thumbs up or something? Thank you. Hi guys, are you able to hear me? Please let me know. Thank you. Are you able to hear it now? Please let me know. Thank you. I think you should be able to hear it now. Perfect. So the answer to number 4 is here, which is B, and we can repeat the answers as well. I repeat, we can repeat the answers in case you did not know. So it is neither an example, nor a comparison, or a summary, or a description. It looked like a little description to me for a little while, but I'll tell you why it is B. The answer is explanation. So read it once again. Working together encourages mutual support. It is an explanation because read it once again. It is explaining why and how there's a strong sense of community that endures wide business families. I repeat, why there's a strong sense of community is what it is supporting. So it is the explanation, which is quite similar to here as well. Something that we did, sorry, here as well, which is something that we did, supporting the previous argument. So an explanation of it, an extension of it. All right. We have 2 more to go. Please have a look. I think somebody said they're confused in something. Uh, I think the network is fine now, isn't it? Tell me if it is fine. Please show me a thumbs up if the network is fine. Thank you. I think it should be fine now, guys. I'm not quite sure. I feel that it's working. Hello? I think it is fine now. Hi, can you please check about the video here? Please check the internet. Go from down. Thank you. Okay. All right, no problem. Hello, that should be. I've connected it once again already. I've connected it already. Is it still stuck? But I've connected it already. I think it should work now. All right, guys, I think it should be able to work now. Thank you. Is it working? Show me a big thumbs up. Super. I think I found the trick how it works. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we'll get back to the activity one more time. We were talking about why it is an explanation and the answers can repeat as well. I think somebody had. I think it is. Oh, is it still stuck like that? Is it? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Nakib. Thank you. Can you tell me if the voice is proper? Are you able to hear it? The voice, Shiva says that the voice is not fine. Oh, that's perfect. Thank God. My God. All right. I think I've cracked the code, how it really works. But here we go. Thank you. I'm now going to show you. I wasted enough time, so my apologies. I'm going to quickly move to sentence number 4. Here we go. So look at the fragment here. Number 5. Apologies. Step back another half century and you find a different scene, a place inhabited by up to 150,000 Jewish immigrants. So what is it? Is it a summary or is it a description? I'm giving you two options. That's where the answer is. Is it a summary or is it a description? The correct answer is very good, Hari. The correct answer is, here we go. Perfect. Thank you. The correct answer is F, because it is actually painting the picture of how the scene used to be like 50 years ago. I repeat, it is painting a picture how the scene used to be like 50 years ago. Now I'm going to show you the last one. Thank you, Nakib. Very sweet of you. The last one is here. Like some of the street markets that have sprung back to life in the past few years, the community could, over time, reinvent itself. So which one do you think it is? I think this one should be easy. C, A, D. The correct answer is, please have a look. Thank you very much. The correct answer is D, because it's comparing two things. I repeat, it's comparing two things. The comparison between conventional market and the revival market, isn't it? I repeat, there's a comparison going on. The first comparison is the potential community reinventing with street markets, the revival of street market, and that's why it is D. All right. So what have we spoken about in this lesson so far? It's not the end. There's one or two more practice that is there with us. The first element that we've spoken about is what is the meaning of matching information? Number two, focus on the primary theme that occurs. Number three, always read the instructions and then put the answers. Sometimes it can be in the form of numbers or it can be in the form of A, B, C, D, etc. And the last bit that we've understood is, which is here, the real exam practice. Questions will come like this. You don't have to write comparison in the answer. You have to write the letter of the alphabet, which is very important. All right. So these are the two different kinds of questions that primarily come. I repeat, these are the two different kinds of questions that primarily come. But like every day and every lesson, I bring to you something important, and that is the bonus activity reading strategy. So I'm going to show you one bonus activity, but looking at the time that I have wasted today, I want to make sure that we get enough time to complete the lesson as well, not also rushing at the same time. There's one game that I have for you, and we're going to give this as homework. So please take a screenshot of it. But I've put the answers as well here for you. All right, no problem. Hide the answers later. I put this question as a homework for you. I'm going to show you the sentence and the answer as well. Hopefully, by the time you attempt it, reattempt it, you'll not have remembered the answers. The idea is it's exactly what we did in the last game as well. The important piece of information is highlighted for you. What you have to do is, these are the three sentence fragments. I've highlighted the white part. You have to match the white part with what is going on. Is it a rescue operation? Is it high number of disappearing facilities? Or is it an example of fundraising activity? This is exactly what we did before, just an extension of that activity for you as extra practice. So take a screenshot of it. If you've taken a screenshot, please do show me a big thumbs up. Thank you, Chandra, Shiva, Vista Language House. Thank you, Vista. Perfect. Lovely. Super. Now, in the beginning of the lesson, I promised you that I want to show you some reading strategies. I repeat, I want to show you some reading strategies. Remember that? That's exactly what we're going to do. I'm now going to show you 6 reading strategies that we actually use in matching information. We will look at the strategies one by one. The game is we have to decide if these strategies are useful, then we say yes, or you type Y in the chat box. If they're not useful, if they're not right, you simply write N or no. But do make sure that you write the number alongside it as well, okay? So let's look at the first one. You can pause the video at this stage. Thank you. If you want to. So it is, you should bear in mind that the numbered questions are paraphrases of bits of information in the paragraphs. They're not the exact information, they are paraphrased version. You should keep that in your mind. Is this a good strategy or a bad strategy? Yes. Good. If it is good, then type yes. If no, then type no. Thank you, Abhilasha. Superb. Shiva, thank you. Hari. Yes, it is a good strategy. I mean, yeah, nothing wrong about that. Thank you, Chandra. Sheikh, Shinobi, super. Now let's look at reading strategy number 2. Thank you, Cartoon. Thank you, Chandra. So sorry, but that's Cartoon TV, yeah? Sheikh, lovely. Here we go. Number 2. Before looking for detailed information, try to also relate it with what you did today, okay? Before looking for detailed information, it is a good idea to have a general idea what is in the paragraph first. So you should skim read the text first to find out. So that means do not look for detailed information in the beginning. it's always a good idea to have a general idea of the text first. In simple English, it means skim before you scan. It means skim before you scan. That's what it means. Is it a good idea or a bad idea? Thank you, Chandra. Otzi Flip, thank you. Perfect. The correct answer is yes. It is a good strategy, as a matter of fact. Let's have a look at number 3 now. Number 3 is when working with paraphrases, that means the synonymous versions of the text, underline keywords in the questions. Underlining the keywords can help. Is it a good idea or a bad idea? Some people say that they can't underline. In the event that the question paper says you can't underline if you're taking a paper-based version, you can always write. There's always a portion for you to write, do the rough work towards the end of it, so you can use that section. Abhilasha, yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Number 4, let's have a look at number 4, strategy number 4. If you keep the questions or keywords in mind, when you're reading, you're more likely to find the information you're looking for. If you keep the keywords in mind, you're more likely to find the answer than just keeping tons of words in mind. 100% it is correct as well. Only 2 strategies left. Now we're going to give it some space. Let's have a look. What is number 5? Let's have a look at number 5. If you have found an answer in a paragraph, you should look for the answer to the next question in the next paragraph. Is it good or is it bad, and why? Gitika says key points make it easy. Abhilasha, no, it might be in the next line. Or we don't know. That's what we looked at in the strategy. They don't follow a particular order. Correct? I repeat, they do not follow a particular order from top to bottom. So it is wrong to say, it is wrong to asseverate. Thank you. So this is not a good strategy. Sorry. The last bit. You should answer the questions in the order they are given. Is it a good strategy or bad strategy? 50% yes. Okay. You should answer the questions in the order that they are given. What do you think? Thank you, Jayanti, Abhilasha, Hari, Shinobi, Chandra. It's not a good strategy, but people still do it. You know, I used to have a student, I used to teach at the British Council many years ago, and I used to have a student, and this student said during the IELTS training, this student said, I don't like any of these strategies. I use my CBSE strategies and it works for me. To be honest, and I say this in all trainings as well, and I say it in recorded courses too, that it's totally fine if none of these strategies work for you. But these strategies do really work. But for some people, because they're accustomed to answering reading comprehension questions in a certain way, and it works for them, so that's perfectly all right. But the idea is to not negate these as well, because they matter a lot in the end of the day. So the correct answer to this question is no. All right? It's not a good thing to do, because in case you find an answer to a question much before looking at it, because it's good to skim through the questions in the beginning, just go ahead and attempt it, because you may forget it later. Yeah. And they don't follow a particular order anyway. So that's it. So these were some important strategies that we have, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, these are some important strategies related to IELTS reading. But there's something important I want to share with you. How many types of questions are there when it comes to IELTS reading? There's so many types. We have matching headings, correct? Then we also have, uh, what do you call it? Completing tables and diagrams. Yeah. We also have matching sentence endings, then answering short answer type questions, multiple choice questions, completing sentences and diagram labels, identifying information, completing notes and summarizing it further, matching information, answering true, false, not given. Uh, and we also have yes, no, not given. Remember, we did yes, no, not given like a week ago. So, in case you want to learn strategies related to yes, no, not given, feel free to go back to the video live lesson. Then, identifying writers' views and claims. Yes, no, not given. We have completed these two, matching information, this. We have completed these two, this one and this one. And the last one is matching features. Now, all of this sometimes takes a week to master. So it'd be too quick to say that one lesson is enough. So to do all of this, we basically cover this for our teachers, especially on the Cambridge Veritas certificate in masterclass, train the trainer masterclass for our teachers. And for our students, we got the recorded courses. And as I said, unfortunately, there are no seats available until the end of March because of the batches being full. So in case you're interested in getting to know how to teach all of these strategies, feel free to tap on the link in the description below related to uh, the IELTS masterclass for trainers. So there's that. And now it is time for us to get to know what are the takeaways of today's session. Can you let me know in the comments section below? I repeat, what did you learn in the lesson today? So let's take a moment to do that. Abhilasha says, is it true that passage 3 is more difficult than first and second, and we need more time to solve third? Yes, Abhilasha, it is true. The difficulty sort of increases, but I also want to say this that a lot of people sort of start holding and start because of that fear, they're not able to naturally progress to a good score towards the end of the. And you know, there was a research that was conducted, and it said that the lowest marks that people get is in number 3, not by the virtue of it being hard, but by the fact that there's sheer fear in the heads of people. So the idea is that don't think that it is hard. Attempt it like any other passage that you would, and I'm sure that'll help. That mindset is very important, you know. Yeah, you're welcome, Gitika. Thank you. All right, it is now time to go towards the end. In case you wish to support the ongoing purposeful journey of Cambridge Veritas, you can donate to us using UPI on this using this scanner. And number 2, we have a WhatsApp channel now, and the link of it is in the live chat description as well as live chat. So you can tap on the link to join the channel. There's a very important exercise that I'm going to post. The assignment of today's class. There was one assignment that I showed you. There's one more practice exercise with the answers that one of the team members are going to be posting today, one of the counselors in the chat box before the day ends. So do make sure that you join the WhatsApp channel for those daily updates, etc., etc. And here we are towards the end of the session. Thank you, Abhilasha. You're welcome. Thank you, Sheikh. Learned about IELTS reading, Gitika says. Chandra says, identifying the main themes and matching headings. You're welcome, Chandra. Thank you. Jayanti says, just reading the synonyms and matching should not be done. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Superb. Very good correction, as a matter of fact. All right. And like always, in case you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Show the lesson a big thumbs up so that it can approach more students who are struggling with matching information on the IELTS reading test, and share it with your kith and kins. Lots of love. Take care. I will see you guys very, very soon. All right. Good night. So sorry about the internet once again. We did have a team come on in our studio, which mentioned that there's something that's wrong and they have corrected it from their end. But nonetheless, we'll try to continue our lessons as they are going. The idea is to make sure that we are able to have a productive learning experience in these 30, 40 minutes that we end up spending together. All right? Thank you. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. 9 o'clock sharp. Ciao.